right, good morning. Good morning to everyone. I am happy to report that registration was smooth and we got everyone in the hall and we're starting on time this year. So good morning to all of you and welcome to this year's 2017 Esri Singapore User Conference. I'm happy to see many familiar faces this year. And actually, I'm even happy to see many new friends that were met at the registration earlier. So thank you for taking the time out this year to join us. I know it's busy to spend a day out of your schedule to be here. And this year, we also have overseas delegates with us. So for friends from Brunei and Bangladesh and Indonesia, welcome to Singapore once again. Our user conferences, be it locally or internationally, have always been a convergence of like-minded professionals like yourself. It is your belief that spatial thinking and awareness can change the work that we do and the world that we live in. So this year, when you get together, it is this experience of meeting new people that will make this conference very special. And in fact, this year is the largest conference we had to date. So this year we have 500 delegates, registered delegates, over 72 organizations that are joining us. And the message there is the diversity in this mix. We have a third of them from different industries in the commercial sector, right? Shows the diversification of the adoption of GIS across the board. And it really tells us that spatial thinking and the use of geospatial technology is growing. I want to extend my sincere thanks to my colleagues who have traveled from the United States to be here, to the users who have stepped up to share with us the stories that they have. And we're very excited, and I can't wait for you to hear from them. Technology trends, the IoT, the data analytics, coupled with cities and organizations wanting to do smarter and be more efficient, is changing the way we look at data, is changing the way we operate. Data, location-based analytics is forming the fundamentals of such science to drive insights. So with the digital transformation, it's going to give us better understanding. It's going to arm us with better insights and knowledge to address the challenges and the problems we face. So GIS and data science, we feel, are the fundamental components to unlock what digital transformation can bring us. So let me start. In the early days, it was about moving from analog to digital devices. And then we went from day-to-day activities, from paper to the web. But as we move forward, I learned a view from a colleague of mine in the US, one of the CTOs of Esri, and he simplifies digital transformation into 3 stages. Simply, 1, any city that wants to do better and any organization that wants to do better will have to take steps. Firstly, create a digital twin. I think we're quite familiar with that. So the digital twin is a strong starting point for the foundation of digital transformation. It is not whether it's 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. It's not about whether it's imagery, CAD drawings, models or features. It is because it's the fabric, the background of which where we could take the observations and the sensors that is coming out, fuse them together and make sense. So in today's conference, you would see these stages present to you from the users who are sharing. So for the first stage, you would see Singapore Land Authority sharing the Singapore Advanced Maps, right? Essentially the foundation blocks of a virtual Singapore. But it's not that. You would see Sembcorp coming to us to share how they have taken their CAD drawings of their service corridor in Jurong Island and use that as a foundation to support businesses. You would see NUS virtualizing the campus so that there are applications that can be on top of it. So the digital twin is key, and you just hear more of it. The second stage is what we could call the business model, right? What analysis can you do with the data that you have garnered? What trends can you find? What insights can you get to get information for you to do your business better? And again, today's conference, you see Dr. Aman's presentation on how urban analytics is helping solve New York City's problems. You would hear Singapore Land Authority's mission in enabling the rest of the government with geoanalytics tools so that agencies could take action, right? And you would literally see different analytics capabilities being put out. The third stage, it's really where smart transformation happens, right? In simple words, it says, can you use the past to predict the future? Can you do that automatically with precision, with accuracy, with minimal intervention? So we know, for instance, utilities companies are no longer satisfied with just getting to an outage, responding on time, minimizing the impact. They want to take the data, and I know our local utilities have the desire, take the data, be predictive. I want to stop that outage. I want to stop that incident from happening before it happens. And I want to do it by studying the tremendous data that we have. That's where really where we're getting to. And predictive analytics has been core to the Esri platform for a long time, right? Today, you would see how it will easily extend and allow you to tap into machine learning libraries, such as the scikit-2, a Python-based machine learning library. My colleagues will show you how easy it is and how Python will continue to be the core scripting language of the Esri platform, and how we are going to make it easier and easier for you to tap on this capability. Okay, that's the stages of digital transformation. To support this, we need to be open. Esri's continuous vision of staying open, supporting with open data, supporting open platforms with open APIs, continues to be key to supporting your work. So I'm happy to announce that on 3rd September this year, Esri's I3S 3D data format has been accepted as a community standard into the Open Geospatial Consortium, OGC. Right? It's a big thing. It will become the de facto, it will become the standard for 3D content sharing across the web. Right? It will continue to work with the rapid demands of 3D visualization and analytics. And the ability to share it across the web is just phenomenal. There's just so much that we can look at. There's a 3D track this afternoon. If you want some information, you can spend some time there. Every year, from a global nomination list of hundreds of thousands, Esri will select 150 organizations to acknowledge their work in exemplifying the use of GIS to better the challenges, to better the world they live in. So today, I would like you to join me in congratulating our 2017 award winner, URA. Right, for their work in JAMA. You will hear more about JAMA today, but essentially JAMA, it's an application that will allow the agency to do integrated land use planning and simulation. It collaborates, it's a collaborative tool. It allows planners across agencies, not just within the URA, to come together. And then through the system, you would see a more cohesive, a more collaborative planning environment for integrated land use. So you will hear the full story from our presenters later. Further to that, besides supporting your work and the organizations that we collaborate with, we need to continue to grow. We at Esri need to continue to grow to support an inclusive ecosystem. Right? We need to build a platform where people can develop their innovation on top of that. So in June this year, we officially launched the Esri Singapore Innovation and Jumpstart Program. Right? Some of you will be familiar. It is a program that aims to empower businesses, startup, local businesses. Give them the capability to leverage on a strong and robust platform like Esri to build innovations on top of that. Last year, you have heard Neuron Mobility, a e-scooter PMD startup, come onto the program. They were presented to you. This year, we're also happy to welcome and announce a new program joiner, Scuba. All right, Scuba is a startup, barely a year old, that focuses on the challenges of school transportation. With a name like Scuba, I do not need to explain to you what their business model is, but you will hear from them later this afternoon, together with the details of the startup program. Finally, to close and to kick off, technology, no matter what we do, no matter how good it is, no matter how transformative it is, without its users, it's not going to go anywhere. So again, I know I repeat this year after year, but we know that it is working with you and supporting the work you do that's going to give us the greatest mileage. We know that you are also faced with different challenges, right? And year on year, we make this commitment to you that keep telling us what we need to do to transform together with you, right? We appreciate your open feedback because Esri's essential strength, a larger strength, is in the community that we work with. The technology has been shaped in the last 4 decades based on the feedback that you provide. So that has got to continue, and that is a important channel that we continue to look for. So on this note, I would hope that you will enjoy your Esri Singapore User Conference, and I hope you will meet new friends. My team and my colleague will be here all day to speak with you, to interact with you. Right, so have a good conference. Thank you.